Breaking right now, growing pressure on the UK government after Donald Trump's election. That is because the Foreign Secretary of the UK, David Lammy, Loony Lammy, as I call him, has previously described Trump as a neo-Nazi, women-hating fascist. Of course, while Lammy is on the way down, there is now a massive stake in the ground for Nigel Farage, who is the only UK politician absolutely in the corner of Donald Trump. And making her first appearance at PMQs today, the new Conservative Party leader, Kemi Badenoch, decided to turn Lammy's previous criticism of Trump into a major political issue for the under fire British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Watch this.
I will be taking a different approach to the last opposition by being a constructive opposition. And so I would like to start by congratulating President-elect Trump on his impressive victory this morning. The Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary met him in September. Did the Foreign Secretary take that opportunity to apologise for making derogatory and scatological references, including, and I quote, Trump is not only a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathising sociopath, he is also a profound threat to the international order. And if he did not apologise, will the Prime Minister do so now on his behalf?
And Nigel Farage is in pole position to benefit from this nightmare scenario that Labour now finds itself in. Farage, he was at Mar-a-Lago last night, broadcasting with Tucker Carlson behind the scenes and making it very clear how significant this result is.
Tell us, I mean, is it an overstatement to say that the rest of the world is watching this really, really carefully?
Oh, you bet your life. I mean, this is big. You think it's just about America. No, it's much bigger than that. It's about leadership of the Western world. It's about what signal gets sent to dictators all over the world who are launching wars, causing problems, whether we talk Middle East, whether we talk Ukraine, whether we talk potentially what might happen with China, Taiwan, etc. This is, I tell you something, this is a very, very important moment. Just think in the last 4 years, what has happened around the world?
Now, will the UK government be able to put politics to one side and actually realise that Farage is the person who could actually be doing brilliant things in terms of utilising his relationship with Trump? And Farage is open to that. Watch what he had to say overnight.
Despite being a political opponent of Starmer and Blair in many, many ways, what I do know is that our relationship with America is crucial to our future survival.
And a lot of people asking me this question. Jim has sent this one in. Would Nigel be taking a new role in the new year with Donald Trump? I mean, you've intimated there that you're certainly willing to help any kind of deal that the government can do. Does that mean that you're kind of you would be officially or unofficially a kind of a bridge between the US government and the UK government?
I decided in June to stand in Clacton at the general election to try and become their MP. That happened, and that is my primary duty, right? So I'm not going to give up being the MP for Clacton to take on any ambassadorial role of any kind at all. Let's be clear about that. But behind the scenes, I could, if wanted, I think be very helpful.
And I mean,
now on the left, there has been this feeling for some time that, oh, Farage isn't really tight with Trump. He just talks this up. Trump doesn't really care about Farage. Well, guess what? Literally one night before the election, the most important election in history, Trump decided to stop talking about US issues at one of his final rallies to talk about, you guessed it, Nigel Farage.
You have a man from Europe, I don't know if he's here, I saw him backstage. What he did was, and what he is doing is sort of what we did a few years ago. He's doing a great job. He's he's always been my friend for some reason. He liked me, I liked him, and he's shaking it up pretty good over there. He was the big winner of the last election in the UK, and he's a very spectacular man, very highly respected, Nigel Farage. He's a little bit of a rebel, but that's good. You know, that's good. Don't change, Nigel.
I don't think Nigel knows how to change. But in the last hour, the independent journalist Isabel Oakeshott has revealed that the Labour government has already rejected overtures by Nigel Farage.
I can reveal that some months ago, Nigel Farage, putting country before petty politics, actually privately offered to provide the Prime Minister with something of an entree to the Trump camp. As I understand it, basically, Starmer did nothing about that. Well, what a muppet. You know, why wouldn't you take up an offer like that? It would have positioned him much better than he's positioned now. There's a whole bunch of implications now for the UK on everything from net zero to the Chagos Islands to immigration here.
And the thing is, again, for anyone who says Nigel isn't really in the inner circle, this is literally American TV moments before Trump went on stage to give his major address. And there is Nigel Farage speaking to our good friend, actually, an outspoken regular, Lady Victoria Harvey. She's there in the MAGA hat. So he's right back in the fold. And coming back to my superstar panel, June Slater in the UK, Samantha Markle in Florida, Father Calvin Robinson in Michigan. And June Slater, the thing is, there is a real opportunity here for the UK via Farage, but there's no way Labour are going to take that on board, given how we know Lammy feels about Trump.
Well, ego plays a big part in this. And unfortunately, I think Lammy's ego is as big as his biomass index. Sorry about that. But, you know, these people are fueled by ego. They wouldn't keep doing all these professionally done videos if they weren't. And what you've got to remember with Nigel Farage, where I see a really bright future for democracy, is the Americans have reacted to unsuitable government for 4 years. We've only just got a real taste of unsuitable government. It's been pretty bad, but not bad enough to wake the sleepers up. Now it's waking the sleepers up because this government has hit pensioners. They've taken the winter fuel allowance away. They've hit the descendants because they're taxing inheritance tax on farms and small businesses. They've also hit the students because they want to pay for tuition. They've hit every single generation. They've hit homeowners. They've hit renters. They've hit people in work. They've hit people on benefits. What's left apart from animal charities, which will be hit anyway with ULEZ zones? This government is hitting everyone. So we're only just at the beginning of 4 years or 5 years of bad management. And at the end of that time, all those 97 seats where Nigel Farage came second, and it doesn't matter whether you like him and you don't like him, you think he's a narcissist or he's too big a personality. You need that big personality to push it forward. You need someone who appeals to the general public, not little fractured political parties. What we need to do is realise that this man has the capabilities of getting on mainstream media TV, talking to the country and doing what Donald Trump has done for America. He can be the man next time because 97 seats made Reform Party candidates come second. If we can change that into a win, and now that people can see there is a change, there is a shift, a massive, massive shift, we have a chance. Get out and vote. Our duty now is to talk to our friends and neighbours to make the apathetic people get out and vote. Don't waste your time. Voting has never been more important.
I agree with all of that. Father Calvin Robinson, though, doesn't the UK government have a major issue? You surely cannot have a foreign secretary who genuinely thinks the leader of the free world is a neo-Nazi fascist and woman hater.
No. And I agree with June's premise, but I don't agree with that it's actually possible. I was trying to find the last time the UK government was not Conservative or not Labour. I think it's been over 100 years. We're stuck in a two-party system, and it doesn't matter how many votes Reform get across the country unless they can win seats. They've shown they can only win a handful of seats with 4 million votes. So I'm not convinced that Reform could win a general election or Nigel Farage could become Prime Minister, despite how big his personality or character is. And even that, the left see him as a Nazi, just as they see Donald Trump as a Nazi. And so he's not getting that mainstream vote. The right no longer support him because he's saying things like it's impossible for mass deportation. So I don't see the same movement happening in the UK with Farage that we saw over here with Donald Trump, unfortunately. Maybe in the long term, who knows, because there's 4 years to go and there's a lot of time for Labour to destroy the country and for people to decide that actually something needs to be done and anyone needs to be chosen. So we could go with whoever's the loudest at the time.
This episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the global leader in men's lifestyle and grooming. Every man knows the unbeatable feeling of a fresh barbershop shave. Now, what if I told you that you no longer have to wait weeks or even months between appointments to experience it? I'm introducing Manscaped's latest release, the Chairman Pro package. The all-in-one set includes everything you need to recreate the luxury of a professional shave right at home. Whether you're after that daily silky smooth finish or prefer to maintain a rugged 5 o'clock shadow, the Chairman Pro package has you covered. First up, we have the star of the show, the electric foil shaver. This isn't just any shaver. It comes with 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. You have the 4-blade foil for that close, smooth shave when you're looking to go absolutely clean. And you have the skin-safe stubble trimmer for when you want to keep a bit of a rugged look. Both heads are designed with skin-safe technology to help reduce razor burn and irritation so your skin feels smooth and comfortable after every shave, reducing redness or discomfort. A standout feature that truly differentiates the Chairman Pro from the rest is Flex Adjust technology. This innovative tech ensures a superior shave by allowing both blades and the pivoting head to seamlessly adapt to the unique contours of your face and is gentle on the neck area, helping you maintain great contact with your skin at every angle. And the Chairman Pro is waterproof, so you can use it right in the shower. It simplifies the cleanup too, just a quick rinse under the sink and you're all set. It isn't just for daily shaves either. It is powerful enough to tackle up to 5-day growth, making it perfect whether you're shaving every day or just tidying up after a few days. With up to 75 minutes of runtime on a single charge, you won't have to worry about running out of juice mid-shave. It also comes with a travel lock to help keep it from accidentally powering on during travel. But that's not all. The package also includes the Power Shave Gel to get the ultimate wet shave experience. It's packed with skin-soothing ingredients that defend against redness and irritation. And to finish off, we've got the Face Shave Soother, and aftershave serum is a game changer. So you can get the Chairman Pro package today and experience a shave that is as smooth as you deserve. Head over to manscaped.com and join the over 11 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by using the code OUTSPOKEN for 20% off and free shipping. That's www.manscaped.com using the code OUTSPOKEN. Stay on top of your grooming game and be ready for anything the season throws your way.
But the Conservatives have just elected a new leader too. So who's to say that Kemi couldn't be that uniting voice eventually? But
she did
I suppose
today. She did well in PMQs.
She did. She's very good at debating. She's very good at rhetoric. If she could actually put some good policies together, maybe she could convince people in the centre. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not that optimistic about the state of things in the UK right now. But looking over here, I'm seeing the first things they're going to do is clamp down on all the transing of kids, the chemical castration, the bodily mutilation, that's going to end. They're going to close the borders. They're going to provide legal routes for immigration and shut down all the illegal routes. They're going to deport all the foreign criminals. We're going to see a lot of action over here. And hopefully that will show people in the UK, the contrast of how bad Labour is compared to how good things could be under small c Conservative governments.
Sam, Michael, the thing is, you probably haven't heard of Looney Lammy, right? Because he's just got this job and he's a bit of a nutcase. But what I want to do, Sam, is just read out to you some of his comments about Trump. And then I'll get you to respond because I think you'll be genuinely shocked. This is not like minor league trolling. Just let me read out some of the things he said. Okay, so this was a post on X, but then Twitter. He said, "You are truly beneath contempt. You are just a troll. Show some bottle, please, PM. Cancel the state visit and tell Trump where to get off." Then he said, "If I have to chain myself to the door of number 10, this black man will do it." Always about race, isn't it? He described him as a liar and a coward, a man who wants to see Europe divided once again. Trump is not fit to lick the boots of our fallen soldiers. Then he said that Well, he compared him to Hitler, saying Hitler said the same about Germany in a speech in February 1940. In fact, he said it on numerous occasions. It was one of the underlining imperatives of his political movement. We see you, Mr. Trump. Then he called him deluded, dishonest, xenophobic, and narcissistic, said that he wasn't fit to hold public office. I mean, this is absolutely crazy stuff. Then he called him the leader of a cult of white supremacists and described him as spreading fascism like wildfire. I mean, bigotry. He said if Trump did GCSEs, he wouldn't make it to sixth form. It went on and on and on and on and on. This guy cannot be maintaining the special relationship, Sam Markle. I mean, do you see what I'm saying now, Sam? This is not minor league stuff.
No, but it seems very typical. I mean, let's face it, the bigger the lie, the bigger the buzz. And so the radical left have been using fear-mongering. They've been using projection and gaslighting, deflection tactics, when we really see that they've been the ones who have been employing Nazi tactics, censorship, demonizing of people who wanted to defend the truth and justice. So, I mean, he can call Trump all the names that he wants to, but the bottom line is President Trump already demonstrated when he was in office, when we had secure borders, when we had healthy foreign relationships, when we had a strong economy, healthy trade relationships, he's already proven it. And so the left now are totally acting like that never happened, like he's a first-time driver on an IndyCar track. And we all know that's not true. So it's a really dysfunctional coping strategy of the left, and they can exhaust themselves. But we all saw the map turn red, and that is the will of the people. That represents we the people, and let's hope that it's contagious globally, because clearly Putin reportedly wants to speak to President Trump and start negotiations. I think the world wants this and is excited.
End the war. I mean, I know, Calvin Robinson, I don't need to ask you about that. You've been wanting to end the war from the moment the war began. End the war. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.